Hey, what's up guys? Tom here. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Basically what I do is I just upload videos for fun, playing Call of Duty, so that's what you guys can expect. I wanted to make a video about my favorite assault rifle in this game, but in all honesty, we're gonna get to that. I have something else I gotta get this off my chest, man. I just got home from work after, typical what should be a Monday. It's obviously not really Monday because yesterday was Labor Day, but I was driving home. And here, I'll summarize this real quick. Some asshole basically merged into me. He didn't hit me because I actually reacted, but it caused me to drive up into the damn curb of the road. So get this. Driving along, 35 mile per hour zone. I'm in the right lane. This guy's in the left lane. I'm like, my front of my car is probably almost even with his side view mirror on the passenger side, right? So we're driving along, and then we're in a turn. And this guy, for some reason in this turn, not like a full turn, but the road's bending, he decides to just start drifting into my lane like he's gonna change lanes. No turn signal at all. And he didn't even have the side, I could tell he didn't have this turn signal on, first of all, because you could see it in the side mirror. He had a newer Honda Accord, wasn't on, didn't even have it in the back once he completed literally driving over me. So he starts leaning into me and I'm like, what the frick is going on here? I lay on my horn, he keeps going, I slam on my brakes, he's still coming. So in order for me to avoid from basically hitting the back quarter of his car, I go to the right, drive up basically into the curb, my car goes boom like that, literally that loud, and then he just keeps going. And I'm like, what the hell? Do you not just realize what you did? The lady that was behind him to the left pulls up next to me and like looks over at me going, oh my God, mouthing it. She didn't have her window open. So then I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, what good is me sitting here gonna do when everybody that just saw this happen kept going, including the guy that caused it? So I'm like, that's not gonna do any good. I don't have any witnesses. I don't have any proof. So I kept driving after this idiot. Sped up to him. Meanwhile, my car's alignment's all fucked up now. Everything's screwed up on it. Sorry for the language. I'm obviously kind of heated. But I keep driving after this guy and I'm thinking, okay, well, instead of me just sitting there and calling the police and going, some guy just merged into me, but he drove away and I don't have any witnesses, I thought the better thing to do would be to chase after this guy, get his plate, and try to get him to pull over. I literally followed him for 5 minutes and I was next to him a few times, honking my horn, motioning him like, pull over, what the hell are you doing? Him and his wife just dead center going forward like nothing is even happening. I followed them till about 2 minutes from my house and then I lost them in traffic at a light because they got it and I got stuck behind it. So I'm like, okay, I get home. Luckily my wife's uncle, now my uncle, is a cop, so I called him just to run the scenario by him, and I'm like, is this even worth calling my local police department? And he basically just told me, nah, that's one of those shitty circumstances where even if you stayed there, chances are he would have driven away and you wouldn't have a witness, and even if you did have a witness, you don't know any information about the guy that did it. And then if you didn't stay there and you drove away and chased after him and got his plate, he's just gonna say, I didn't do it. So there's no frickin' ground for this thing. Pissed me off. Needless to say, chunks missing out of the rim. The car's alignment's definitely whacked. And I think I might have bent like a control arm or something. Something's screwed up on that thing. So now I'm gonna have to bring it to the body shop when I get to work tomorrow and have them figure out what the hell's going on and go through insurance. Luckily it's a work car, but that's good and bad. I'm not even gonna get into that part. Anyways. Let's talk about what I wanted to talk about today now that I got that off my chest. I needed to rant for a minute. I wanted to talk about the assault rifles. So, in Black Ops 4, my downright favorite assault rifle is easily the KN-57, is what it is in this game. So, in this game, it's the KN-57. What was it in Black Ops? It was the AK, and then Modern Warfare 2 AK. Most of the games, it was called the AK, and then some of the other games, they changed it to KN-49 or 47, I think, was Black Ops 3, and then we had the AN-94 in Black Ops 2. That one I remember real well. But I always gravitate towards these AK-47 variants, I guess we can call it, because I really like the iron sights. These guns are always super clean when it comes to the aiming down the sight without an optic. And what I mean by that is you'll notice when I aim down the sight with this thing in the video, it doesn't block my peripherals. It takes up like an inch of the screen, which is really nice because you can see what's going on above you, below you. It doesn't block much of your field of view. And that's what I always look for when I use an assault rifle. But on top of that, this thing just has overall solid stats, and it always seems to do that. I broke them down for you guys just to kind of go over this and get a little more in depth. So in Black Ops 4, the weapons have a stat scale of 20 points basically per each category. This gun falls into pretty much the middle across the board. Here, I'll read them off to you. So in the damage column, we have 9 out of 20. Range, we have 10 out of 20. And then fire rate and accuracy are both 8 out of 20. So across the board, the thing's pretty dead even in the middle. Most of the other weapons either have higher damage and range and lower fire rate and accuracy, or it's the other way around. So this thing starting off is pretty good. It's real dead even. It has 35 rounds per magazine, and then you actually, if you don't have like extended mags attached, you get 3 magazines. So it's got a decent amount of ammo, and it kills pretty well. So you don't shoot through a lot of ammo. I think I could go through probably one clip and get 3 kills, I would say. I think I demonstrated that a few times in this video. I'd have to find exact spots. But what I do to the attachments to make this gun a little bit better is actually I throw on quick draw, grip, and stock. Each of those attachments, the only thing they do is they increase the accuracy by 1. So instead of it being 8, after I add those 3 things, it goes up to 11, which basically means majority of your shots are going to hit the enemy. There's very little kick causing your bullets to miss. So the game, basically, I think the way that Call of Duty works is there's some staggering in the bullets. Even if there's not a ton of kick, there's probably a little bit of spread, because you can notice a difference. When you have these attachments off and you shoot at somebody, it doesn't seem like your bullets are really hitting them, but when you have these attachments on, it feels like you're getting way better bullet registration or hit registration. And the reason why I use quick draw is actually because I love to aim down my sight really quick after sprinting. That's a huge thing. Basically with the playstyle I have, I'm always running around, so I need to be able to quickly aim down sight. Quick draw is a must, whether it's an SMG or an assault rifle for me. The other thing too that I always have to have is stock. Especially on these guns, assault rifles in this game, if you don't have stock, you are the slowest person on the face of the planet, strafing left or right. It is so hard to track a target because you're just so incredibly slow unless you want to play on a 15 sensitivity. And then last but not least, I put grip on here just because that improves the kick. This gun does have a little bit of bounce, so the grip definitely helps shallow that out. You get way better accuracy with your bullets. So that's kind of the breakdown there. Just to break the rest of the class down so you guys know what I'm using, perks are pretty basic. I'm using Scavenger for my first perk. I got Lightweight as my second perk, and then Dead Silence as my third. I always run those. Scavenger is pretty obvious. I need to, resupply my ammo because I shoot at everything that moves. Lightweight, it's not necessary. I just used it on this class because really I didn't have anything else I could fill that spot with. And then Dead Silence, I just like it because the footsteps in this game are so loud. As my secondary, I'm actually using a rocket launcher. The reason why is because I'm not using Ghost. So instead of using Ghost, I use a rocket launcher because it's basically like an alternate form of Ghost, because you can shoot the UAVs down and then you get 75 free points. So pretty good deal. I mean, I've gotten kill streaks and score streaks, I should say, because of the UAVs getting shot down. I was 75 off, boom, shot it down, and I got my sniper's nest. So that's the breakdown for the video. You guys should try this class out. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite assault rifle in Black Ops 4. I'm curious what everybody's going to say. You can include the DLC weapons, but I'm more focusing primarily on the guns that came when the game first came out, which obviously this was one. Also, thanks for listening to my rant at the beginning, because that stuff just pisses you off. There's nothing you can do about it. You feel like you lost. You can't win. So I may have to go play some COD and win a little bit now. Thanks for watching, guys. Stick around for the next video. We're going to be doing some Modern Warfare once that comes out. We're going to post a few more videos for the end of Black Ops 4. And yeah, have a good time live streaming too. If you guys ever want to add me, feel free to. PlayStation name is in the description. Take care.